Right, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone around or in between those labels, welcome to another one. Now you might be asking, what is this about? Why am I standing? And why is there so much energy? Great question. There are no answers. This is Christmas. Pow! Explosions. I don't edit these videos, so there's gotta be real effects, right? That's what we're working with out here. Forgot this room echoed. The last few episodes have been very low energy because people have been in the house and I've been feeling like it's weird. So that's the type of shit I have been on. Wait, alright? Last episode we did the first ever thumbnail for this epic thing of a channel. This is gonna be a second thumbnail, so just hit it. I think it takes pictures, whatever. All right, there we go. That's done. All right, guys. So, what are we on about today? What's going on? What is on the agenda? First, I'm gonna make this a bit more straightforward, so looks a bit nicer. I'm gonna stand a bit farther back, and we're gonna go through some stuff. So, basically, Christmas time is coming up, as you all probably know. What is up with Christmas? Mostly people not doing too much business, all right? So we have some free time. Now, what do we do with free time? That is a great question. For that, we're gonna go to our reporter right here. Thank you for the stage. So, as I'm here to report, I'm gonna tell you people what's up. So basically, I'm just chilling, right? There's one project I want to finish, which is the big project I've been doing for the gravestone designer, basically. And that one's really close to finish. I'm doing some bug fixes today. Then I'm gonna fix up the outside of the texts for the website, because I've already kind of mapped out what it's gonna look like. Like when I say mapped out, I obviously mean like, or not obviously, but basically I mean that I've made the website, but I just haven't put the text or the visuals in yet. So that's the stage we're at on that. And I think I said to him that I'm gonna be finished by the end of the year. That's definitely gonna be fine. There's more than a week left, so we're doing really good time with that. There's no problems with that. I'm gonna finish it probably today. I'm gonna finish all the bug fixes for the plugin. Then the plugin is good to go. We can just ship it and rip it. After the plugin is all good, yeah, the text definitely, and I think that's probably a day's work. Then the next day would be something like some background work, maybe on just making sure the emails look nice and that kind of stuff. So basically that's all I have. I have to edit some pictures, so that might take another day. But basically it's just some small stuff, so it's not that bad at all. I'm just gonna make sure I'm done and ready well before any problems or timelines getting problematic, so I can do fixes and all that with him, make sure that everything looks the way he wants it and everything is good. That's basically the update on that. That's basically what I'm doing. There's also the sauna plugin, which I have been working for, making updates throughout the week. This week I did quite a few hours of work. I did 11 hours of work for them, so that was a bit more, but yeah, they seem to go quiet for the Christmas time, so probably nothing up there for now. But probably more coming from them later, probably maybe this week or maybe next week, something like that. After I obviously have the plugin I'm gonna make for them, the second plugin, which is gonna be the gift card plugin. I'm gonna be focusing a lot more on quality of the code base, because I realized like upkeeping these plugins with very weird contrived solutions is kind of a bad idea. So I'm gonna definitely do more architecting this time, and just use because basically I built up the plugin originally from just AI code, which wasn't very good, even though the plugin is now done and it's like not that bad. Like I cleaned it up, or cleaning up is kind of a strong word, but basically it wasn't that much code, so it's fine. This other one, I wanna have a lot more straightforward path with it, so I'm gonna be focusing a lot more on architecting, making sure that I understand the structure before I start laying out any code. That's basically what I've learned from that so far, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lot simpler of a project. But we'll see. I gave myself a month, so it's until the end of January to do that, so I think I should be fine. Unfortunately, I do have one more university course I have to finish, and that's gonna start up in January, so I'm going to have to do those at the same time. But I'm probably not gonna focus too much on it because it's physics, and I don't need a very good grade from it, so yeah, I don't need to try so hard, basically. That's basically the updates on what I've been working on and what's gonna be happening until the end of the year. Yeah, that was, I have the second point was very much so finishing up projects, and now I have some other news. Interesting, right? Basically, this channel has been my way to kind of explain what I've been thinking at any moment in time. Also, it's a way for me to learn how to speak in front of a camera, because I feel like that's something, that's a skill that's important to me, because I like it. I feel like it's very interesting to talk in front of a camera. Basically, having to be able to improvise, but also, obviously, you know, mainly skill is learned when it's very close or adjacent to the thing you're doing. So, okay, I'm not learning a lot about script reading, but I am learning a lot about how to speak more clearly, how to okay, 1 second. Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna finish this one up. Anyway, I've been learning how to speak more clearly. As I say that, I'm like struggling with my words. I was gonna say pausing my speech better, having a better tempo, slowing down at the important parts. I'm going a bit faster when it's not so important. Having more emotion in my speech, in my face, in my hands. These kinds of things, public speaking basically. And obviously, this is not quite the same, because obviously there would be an audience. But if I just substitute my what I see with an audience, then it's kind of the same thing. And it doesn't really work like that, but basically it is. So I think it's been a very good experience and a very important and will be an important skill. I've talked about it a few times in these videos of how I think it's an important skill and a cool skill, because obviously we're in the age of like influencers doing online content, dancing on the scene, whatever, right? And those kinds of things are, you know, important in this modern age. So it's kind of weird to not be able to do that. And or it's not weird to not be able to do that. It's good to be able to do that. Even though I decided to do a more traditional business, which is obviously what I'm doing, just basically a development agency, what is where I'm kind of going. Yeah, kind of in between a development and a advertising agency. It's kind of like an agency support internet thing. So I've decided to go in a more traditional route, but at the same time, I still like YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I really enjoy that, and I think maybe you can see that sometimes in the videos of the way I speak, the way I kind of move, emulating other people that I think are cool, that are better than me at speaking, and that's the kind of thing that I really enjoyed. Not the emulating thing, but basically I thought it was cool. All right, that's basically what I'm trying to say. I thought it was cool how people could like speak nicely in front of a camera, do whatever they wanted, this kind of thing, be entertaining with just their voice, you know. Some people obviously with their face too, but like that's the kind of thing that really made me interested. And you know, I've done a good bit of research on that kind of thing, and it could have been definitely a route I could have gone, being an entertainer or an educator online, you know, doing YouTube. But I just decided that that wasn't the kind of life I kind of wanted to lead, so I went against that. But I still really enjoy this kind of stuff, so I thought having it as a kind of side project for the year would be very good. And I have really enjoyed it. I haven't missed a week, as you can see. Sometimes I post on Mondays, like today, but you know, I still I do it every week. You know, I haven't missed one, and I don't plan to miss any because it's really enjoyable. I really like it, and that's just something I don't wanna give up. Because you know, I talked about the benefits, but you know, I like to do this. I like to archive things. I think it's also cool to look back on things, like what you were thinking a year ago, or 6 months ago, or at the point where you made this decision. I also think it's cool to show other people that, hey, I was also in this position at this point. Look what I was thinking at that point. I think that's just cool, you know. It doesn't need to be much deeper than that, even though I make it so much deeper than it needs to be. And that's what it's all about. Doing what you think is cool, because you know, we're not here on Earth forever. We're just gonna die at some point, which is like, sure, you can think about it as sad, but it is what it is. And I think being too focused on taking everything out of life, and at the same time being too focused on being the most efficient way to like run up, make money, do high value things. It's like both of those things are just dumb, kind of, because like you can achieve both by just being a bit smarter about things. Like at the same time you can achieve success, but at the same time you can still have fun. But it's not at the same time, like periodically. You have to be able to pace yourself, because sometimes you need to work a bit more even though you don't wanna, and sometimes you need to to be able to have more leisure, and even that leisure could be different kinds of things based on what you need or what you want. And sometimes you're unable to be skilled in leisure even. Well, you know, that's more into random stuff. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I think this was a cool project, and I'm not gonna end it. I'm gonna keep going, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm probably gonna make another video next week. Probably not gonna be so in depth on my thoughts on this whole experiment, but it's definitely gonna be something. It probably just a normal video. We don't know. Who knows? And yeah. Oh, right. I've been wanting to make a recap of this year. There is a problem though, because I do not have the time to do that. One option is just I go one day, I just spend the whole day, 10 hours, just grinding and make it. That's one option. The other option is to pay someone. And the third option is to not do it at all. Which third option, I'm gonna cut it out, because basically, you know, I think it's cool. But having all these videos, there's a bit too much content to kind of just enjoy. So I think it's reasonable to cut it down. And I think the earlier you kind of cut it down, because I could like hire someone in like a year, I would be in a better financial position. I would probably be able to do that, and it would probably be fine. But I think it's better that I do it now because it's more fresh. I can redo the cuts by someone who's better than me at editing later, but that's it's not like that's basically. I think it would also be good for me to do it now, so I'm gonna cut that out. Second one, having someone edit would be cool, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to pay someone well to do that kind of job, because it's kind of a lot of content, so that's gonna be tough. I have the money, but I just don't think it's worth the investment, so I'm not gonna do it. That leaves me with option one of just editing it down, which means that's something I'm gonna do at some point, probably in the next few days, because it's the only time I kind of have the time to spend on something like that, which is unfortunate because I was gonna enjoy some time away from work, but I guess it's a different kind of work, so whatever. I think it will be good. I shall enjoy it to my best abilities. Hopefully it's done before the year. If it's not, then it's probably gonna be a bit later, or a month later, whatever. I'll try to have it done by the end of the year, right? And if someone watches that, then cool. If not, that's cool too. But that's it. Oh, next video is gonna be predictions for next year, or predictions and goals. So that's something to hold on to, and or expect, something to be expecting. So hopefully you shall enjoy that, and I shall now respond to the message I got earlier, and yeah, all right. It's been very nice. Peace.